Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. Well, this is a build video. What you could see there is the Tamiya's old Spitfire Mark 1, well Mark 1A actually. It's a second-hand kit I got. I had a couple of things in there. Look, mini mask from Montex. That's my own air scale thing. And I think there's this resin seat as well. I know there's a resin seat in here somewhere. This is built for British Aviation's Battle of Britain commemorative group build. It's the 80th anniversary this year of the Battle of Britain, so I thought we ought to have a group build to celebrate it, and this is one of my entries. The other two was a Mark II Gladiator and a 109, which I might just chuck up some pics up there somewhere so you can just have a quick look. Yeah, this is an elderly kit by now there's that resin seat. Look, it's an elderly kit by today's standards, but it's right up there. You want a quick and easy. Oh, I'm sticking in my own decals as well. If you want a quick and easy Spitfire that's accurate and all the rest of it, well, this is it. This is the one. There's me just chopping some fuselage off the sprues as you do. Just going to check that there's looks like we'll be okay. Well, it's Tamiya, we're going to be absolutely fine. Not, you don't have to worry about it. Yeah, for a beginner, this kit is, I would say, the best one out there. Excuse me. There are plenty of Spitfire kits about, as you would probably be aware, but for me, this is the best. If you're just starting out or coming back to the hobby, perhaps. You don't get this resin seat in the kit, by the way. Yeah, I wasn't actually going to use it, but well, I decided I ought to really. You can just see what I'm doing here, just playing around with some cockpit parts. It's a very low part count. The cockpit is busy enough. Being a Spitfire, it's quite tight in there, so you're not going to see much. So like I say, for a beginner, this is absolutely ideal. It's still readily available. I don't know how much you'd pay for this, £15 I'd guess. Bit of priming now with some Steiner rays. Two ways you can apply this. You can do the proper way, which is in a couple of coats, mist your first coat and then a thicker layer for the second coat, or like I do, just hose it on. Cockpits, it's probably just as easy just to get it on really. It's just a task that you've got to do, so I won't worry about it too much. A little bit more prep on wings and fuselage, top coats type of thing, basic standard priming, which we'll get to that later on. So yeah, I'm using obviously black now as my colour of choice for primers. We'll come to primer colours in a bit. Yeah, this is MkI's Extreme Metal for the back of the cockpit. Matte aluminium, goes down quite nice. Actually goes down very nicely. And then we use Mr. Colour, the 364, yes, this is the interior, British interior green. If I remember right, I think I mixed it a bit too thin. I was just playing around with mixes and ratios, and I actually got this a bit too thin, which is why it's taken a little while just to build up the colour there. What else we got here then? This is building up the colour now. You see the door there on the left hand side of the fuselage, it's got the crowbar. Well, that's actually incorrect. There is a spare door with the kit which you can have open, and I did try and take the crowbar out of that one as well with the chisels and sanders, and to be honest with you, I made a right hash of it. Which is why the door is closed on this occasion. This colour is the Guns Accurate Russet. It's as close as I can find to excuse me, the colour of the Bakelite seat. Just doing a bit of dry brushing on the instrument panel. So here we go, I'm applying some of the Airscale instrument decals. Now, I've used the 32 scale set before a couple of times, and it's absolutely fine. At 48 scale, it's a little bit small. There is no decal with the kit. We could also use aftermarket instrument panels, but there's a bit of work gone into putting these decals on, and it's not something that I'm not quite sure I'm bothering at this scale again. UV pen just to give you lenses. I don't know whether it comes across on screen. You certainly can't sit in the cockpit. You don't get these in the kit as well. If you're looking at this as a, or I might get this for myself, you don't get the belts. These are an old set of fabric belts I found lying around, so I'll put them to, I think I'll put them to good use in here. They're okay. I'm still yet to find my favourite belt, so to speak. I'm just going to leave you with a bit of music now. We can just carry on and see what you think. infinity stick time. There is no gaps to be sanded or filled in this Tamiya kit. Naturally, this wet sanding on the healer, all it is just to smooth down where the plastic has bubbled up by using the extra thin. Infinity sticks are my standard sander of choice at the minute. I'm sure something else will come along within a little while, but they're very good. Using water here to make a bit of wet sanding just makes it a bit easier. It's a bit quicker. You can see I'm just taking off that little. Well, there's nothing to take off really. It's just to blend the seam in with the surrounding area, and then just going to. Well, you can see this. You've seen this thousands of times, haven't you? But it's something worth getting hold of some decent sticks. So I've got these. I got my infinity sticks from Premium Hobbies, Western Supermarine. They do a bit of sponsorship on BAIS. And I'm just buffing with the white stick there, just buffing it up to a nice clean polished surface. I do this same procedure on the wing edges, the front of the engine cowling there, and underneath the fuselage as well. As I say, it's just to take back any roughness and scribe any lines that have that we've lost. So going back to the primer, I've made a change here. I normally do this in a black primer, if you've been paying any attention to the channel. I thought, well, let's have a bit of a difference. Let's go with grey this time and see what sort of. It's been so long, actually. I've used grey. I forgot what sort of thing we'd get, what the results that we get. So I've used grey. As I say, just getting it down nicely, nice and smooth. This is a 0.4 needle in my harder Steenbeck, whatever it is, Evolution. You need the bigger nozzle. You can blow it through a 0.2, but you need a 0.4 really, or above that. What I've got here, I've got some micro mesh strips. You can see the grits there, 6,000 and a 12,000, and I'm just taking down the grittiness on the primer, on the Stylorez. Is it necessary? I'm getting into the habit of doing this, just a bit of a habit really, a habit forming thing, just to look after the and prepare the top surfaces for paint. Because I'm using lacquers now, and they tend to go down very thin anyway. I'd like to get it as smooth as we can. You'd be more than happy just to go straight over the top of this Stylorez, and you'd be fine. It is a wall plane after all, not a showroom car, but you can see the difference between the two wings. So yeah, we're going with, this is all going to be speeded up footage now, as you can see. I better leave it with you because I can't keep up. I think it is all self-explanatory. I'll be back shortly. there's a bit of a cock up here. I used originally 330, and that is the wrong green. Doesn't look much. You will see here that it doesn't look a lot, but it is. I was going to mask up the green and give it another go over, but to be honest, life is a little bit life's too short for mucking about like that, so we just went over. I just got the air pressure right down, nice and thin, and just kind of just filled in the gaps, to be honest. There's a bit of mask in there. I've masked off with a roundel. The extra decals do tend to be a little bit thin, and I have in the past had the camo shining through, so I've just masked that off there just to give it a bit of a chance so we don't see that. Probably don't matter on the wing roundels, but thought I'd give it a go, see if it made any difference. You can see where I'm just blocking in that colour there, just filling it in, nothing special. As I say, it doesn't look that much on camera, what you can see here, but to the naked eye, the old green wasn't very good, and the new green looks a lot better. There, like that. So what we've got here now, we've got, this is my least favourite part of modelling, yeah, decaling here. So we're using microset and sole. The wetness on the wing there is microset, the blue one. Was it the way around? I can never remember. And then I come in after, well, I don't show it, with a bit of microsole set, the red one, and then smooth over with a cotton bud. So yeah, that's the sort of, then walkway lines are hand sprayed, masked off and sprayed. They are a bit too thick. They should be a lot thinner than that, but again, I can live with that, that's fine. And that's the wing decals. There you go. I'm just coming in with this cotton bud just to smooth down over the. There's like a bit of detail on the gun bay door, gun bay access door. So just smoothing that over there. Solver set. We use a bit of solver set, which I don't show later on, just to really hammer that, hammer these decals in to where they should be. It's good stuff, that solver set. It's quite aggressive, but it's pretty good. So that's what you're kind of left with on the wing rounders. On the fuselage here, these are these extra decals. In a minute, you can see them there. I've cut the carrier film out to give us a bit of chance to make them a bit more presentable. Ideally, it's getting into spraying them up myself, but it's getting the masks cut. It seems expensive just to spend out on like a mask cutter just for the odd mask stencil, you know, the old mask cut every now and again. Undercarriage just lashed together. So a bit of weathering now. So I'm making up like a these are oil paints, Winsor & Newton oil paints. This is like a grey, browny, blacky, bit of greeny sort of little wash, pin wash. So these are going into the pan lines, as you can see. There's no varnish on here. This is just straight onto paint. Although I do use X22 lead. Oh, a bit of speeded up footage here. I wonder if I can keep up with this. You can see what we're doing here. We're just lashing the oil wash straight into the pan lines. I think I might leave it with you just for a sec. I'm using oil brusher here from Mid Productions, is it? It's just oil paint in a little bottle, in an eyeliner bottle. Basically, you can make your own up. It's just handy to have that just there, and it's mess free. So all I'm doing here is just little points of oil, and then just brushing back with a dry brush. Just as easy as that, simple as that. There's nothing more to it. Here we can see it a bit better here. So there's little dabs of oil paint here and there, just random, and then where you're going to get some dirt collecting with the airflow, and then just brushing it back. Easy. Look at that. And that just dirties up the that wing area, just gives it a bit more life. What the kit was missing was an aerial post. So my friend Paddy, bless him, sent me an aerial post he had kicking around. And that's my little message. Bloody idiot. So I'm just slapping that in there. Thing was me, I didn't do this during the build because naturally it wouldn't make it to the end. So it's the same with the pit-up tube underneath the starboard wing, port wing. That went on just at this time now. I'm not showing it because obviously there's no need. So then this, when the glue goes off, it gets sprayed up to match. Using a bit of pigments on the undercarriage, on the wheels, just to dirty it up a little bit. And I think really we're coming to the end of this build. If you like what you see, please think about giving me a little sub, maybe a little like. Trying to get the channel to grow a little bit. There's going to be more of this junk coming up now. We're getting into the autumn. There's a propeller going on. Now we're getting into the autumn, into the winter. So hopefully I'm going to have a few more videos coming out. Possibly the next one will be the final reveal for the group build, for the Bob80 hashtag Bob80 group build. Final reveal video, if I can get my words out, might well be the next video you see from me. So I certainly would want you to give that one a like. So I'll just leave you with these final images, and I will see you soon in and around the interwebs. Don't forget to come and see us on BAIS, and come and see me on my own modelling channel, of course. Okay guys, I will see you soon, and enjoy.